Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to our Sunday prayer service. My name is Laura Massey from Two Feathers Medicine and Combined Healing Therapy Systems. I work alongside Andrew Bartzis, David Ellis, Tobin, and Amy Kruzic, and we're really happy to bring you this prayer service back to Sundays, and Dale and I are going to be taking alternate Sundays, so we bring you something different each Sunday. So this week, I want to look at the fetus in the womb. We live in a chaotic world. Many are feeling out of control or in survival, or riding the insidious fear wave of our mainstream news or social media. We get lodged, we get stuck between a rock of societal and others' expectations and the hard place of survival, with seemingly no way out or way forward to live the lives of joy we would choose for ourselves. What if there was a way out, or more aptly, a way to outcreate these feelings of desperation? Did you know you have a choice to do just that? Internal choices to govern our own life, to be sovereign, are our birthright, and many people are still unaware that by making positive internal self-powering choices, our external world will change. We've forgotten this, and we've not been taught this. Our hearts and minds have become disconnected, and our spiritual needs have been neglected. There are many powerful ways to go within, to claim ourselves back, to rediscover our authentic voice, heal the heart and mind disconnect, feel more fully alive and vibrant, outrun the programs and conditioning that bog us down. Reconnecting through out loud prayer and in a meditation to ourselves as a fetus in the womb can be a powerful arbiter of change. By doing this, we're going to the very cosmic epicenter of our beingness to remind ourselves of our inherent power base, to hear our ancient voice and connect to that seamless stream of consciousness that is us. So here is a fetus in the womb teaching meditation prayer to help us do that, to help us find our inner voice. Since the dawn of our first birth of all our eternal births, we have summoned that force within to give us manifestation. We've called forth our greatest interconnectivity to all that is, was, and will be as the divine fetus, and combined our will and fortitude to take that sacred journey from the void, from the nurturing womb, through the forced amnesia of the birth canal, into the world of shape and form, where our spirit becomes body and can sing the song of earth. From the very depth of our being now, our innermost self, as we sit in the blissful silence of this now moment. With this prayer, we can reconnect. We can call upon that inner, most cosmic expression once again, that point in space-time where we were cradled in our mother's pelvic bowl as our own fetus in our mother's womb. This is not a place of unknowingness for us. Here is where the completeness of ourselves exists, in our full attunement to all past, present, and future selves. So take yourself there now to rediscover that 0 point by focusing your attention to yourself as that fetus at that epicenter of your dream world, your very own dream stream. Here we are bathed in our mother's amniotic fluid, those waters which were our very own oceans of awareness and seas of consciousness. Can you expand your aura now in this present moment and open yourself up to these frequencies so you can have greater cognizance of the seen and unseen, taking in the essence of all that is, was and ever will be. Take yourself there. Surround yourself with those waters. See yourself, a divine bundle of creative spirit, a fetus choosing to immigrate in this era of light, showing how far light has evolved and gained knowingness as you come in carrying with you the strength of all experiences. Here is your meeting point of creator, soul, spirit, and heart expression. See your little fetus self, all chakras aligned and glowing, creating one unique, shining, universal jewel. You. Within this tiny curled ball beats your heart, the very first part of you that formed. This is your celestial inheritance. Feel it within your own body now, still drumming your own heartbeat. This heart has been with you always. Bring to your awareness your heart of the now and overlay it in your vision of your fetus heart. It's still the same heart. We're reassembling our infinite energies on the beginnings of a journey to the finite and back to infinity again. Say out loud, I revoke all times I was afraid of living in my heart and terrified of being alone. I revoke all lifetimes where I was deserted, abandoned, left and ignored. For I found the internal fortitude to be born, that will to live. I revoke the imprinting of fraud time, for I am finite. I acknowledge now that I have spiritual contracts with our Son, and I eradicate those small print contracts foisted upon me through tacit consent from the system of domination and control. I align myself with the natural earth energies and reconnect this fetus to the root of Earth Mother so I may feel the full flow of life force and unconditional love. Now recognize that you hold the frequency of love in your heart and return yourself to that place now and feel the warmth and comfort and reassurance of that place, the place that holds the greatest connection to your source, to the divine. Recognize your pericardium holds your heart and your fetus heart. That's what protects your heart from damage in time. It stores our oldest and most programmable waters. And the waters of your mother's womb holds you as the fetus. You can speak to these waters now, words of wisdom and beauty, and say, I love myself enough to show up for myself to benefit my soul's level by this acknowledgement of my most ancient waters. Love yourself enough to manifest your sovereignty from this fetus heart, knowing that your heart is your place of resource and love. When you sit in the seat of your heart as your I am presence, you are strong and in full control of your body, your DNA skin suit of experience as you walk this earth. Say out loud, I have free will choice where I place myself, and I choose now to operate from my heart, so I may have a perception of life at a greater level. I am an aware, authentic being, able to process my own soul's journey through my heart, and I do not require anyone's permission, approval, direction to be in my heart, for it is my sovereign choice at all times. No other being can touch me when I'm in my heart space or instill fear in me, for it is where I create my own sacred frequency of life force. As a fetus, we have the infinite set of memories and potentials in the blueprint we have created. From this heart space of fetus connectivity, we can make a choice to audit all of our belief systems from the moment of inception. We can create a permanent spiritual court of equity and go through the deep ancestral process of auditing what are our memories and what are the memories of others. What are the belief systems that are impressed upon us by our parents and any of our family lineage or technology that is manipulating or manifesting our reality? We can affirm we only source memories in earth time as this I am presence. So by returning to the fetus now, we can also create spiritual courts of equity to help us with hijacked energy exchanges. Say out loud, to all those who have targeted me as watchers and predictors of my future potentials, as the blueprint of the fetus in the womb, in this time stream and matrix, I put you now on permanent spiritual notice. If your energy violates my I am presence in this matrix or any other matrix network, you will be placed in a spiritual court of equity outside of this universe, so you may find remedy and resolve without using and abusing my signature frequency for perverted forms of justice. I imprint these words now into the very waters surrounding my fetus. So all watchers and predictors are now put on notice. I am in complete and total sovereignty of this I am presence now in my heart. I am the fullness of who I am. I make myself impervious to your systems of domination and control. Look again at yourself as the fetus, waiting for the force within to take full flight. Peel away the layers of conditioning and programming you've taken on this and other lifetimes to see the beauty and exquisiteness of a place from where all was held in potential for you. And by your focus now on this fetus, it still is. Where your plan, your blueprint, was waiting for its opportunity to come into full blossom. So much peace resides in this sacred space that transcends all time. All your potential dreams before you relinquished to a power you thought greater than yourself, and you accepted the rules of Roman numeral time. Let's go to your fetus tongue. It was the second organ to be formed. So as the fetus, raise your heart voice, your mind, tongue, heart, to the great sky nations and to the great beyond. Lift your head, not in pride but in full divine presence. Let the ancientness of your core reverberate through all time, space and no time, through all voids and timelines, calling out to each and every part and piece of you, each and every forgotten self lost in the other variations of time and no time, where the rug of natural earth time was pulled out from under your ancient future feet. Call all of you home now so that this vibrant, non-broken, multi-dimensional power base of photonic radiant light that is your fetus has access to the fullness of yourself. All lost and hidden yous now reunited from behind all veils of misconceptions of time. This ancient being that is you, as the now being, and you as the fetus, calls them all home now to this being of the now, claiming your rights as a natural born being to Earth Mother. Call them to share your sacred fire with all peacemaker and peacekeeper versions of yourself, and to share with you your forgotten stories, so you may fill in the gaps created by race amnesia and the misuse of time, and learn your true heritage. Following your tongue came your spinal column, and with this little slice of brain appeared on the heart, and the brain and the heart separated as the spinal column grew until you're fully formed. The button is the little slice of original brain on the surface of the heart adjacent to the thymus and acts as a mechanism for healing. The thymus or high heart real purpose is when you are going through teenage growth years. It has an intense chemical release, so the fullness of the rest of your I am spiritual processes come in. And then the thymus begins to shrink and become part of your lymph process of moving fluids between the brain, the neck, and the heart. So it's a channel. You can incorporate the thymus going back to teenage years by focusing on your thymus and saying, I go back to the time of my growth spurts and demand the return of the rest of my growth energy. So go now to the very edge of where your meridians exist, to your fingernails and toenails of this little fetus that is you. As an I am being now, bring intense focus to them. This focus creates a pulsing action over a period of the time where the nails were growing in the cuticle, and toenails and fingernails represent a frequency of growth time. So in this heart fetus-based meditation, now bring all your liquid life process to the tips of your fingers and deposit large volumes of heart-based awareness to the fingertips and toes. So heart energy is a much greater aspect of your meridians and central nervous system. This process expands the I am heart, so it is felt on the very edges of your existence. Send love to your fingernails and toes in that fetus imagery. It's from this sacred place, deep within our fetus heart connection, that we now connect to our 7 past generations, those in the Aurora Borealis. The north is the home of our ancestors. As your I am now find your astral city, the colours will call you. It will be the colours of your soul family. Here you can plan the types of soul family you want to work with before going to the South Pole. In awareness or unawareness, we're all interacting with this life force of the Aurora Borealis through our Schumann resonance with the magnetic effects of the coronal injections and solar winds that create this electromagnetic frequency. Re-imprint now in your fetus DNA skin suit that reconnection as you bathe in the swirling solar winds and marvel at the flowing streams of colours, the greens, the pinks, the violets, and the many other colours, those dream streams of Earth's dreaming mind. Sit by the fires of creation with your elders and say to your fetus in the womb blueprint, I now open myself to the natural flow of my ancestors' wisdom and experiences and transmute negative ancestral patterns. I do not have to inherit the disasters, mistakes, or debts of my ancestors from another reality. The Aurora Borealis affects our sexuality, sensuality, and copulation. Anything that's a part of our daily background energy resource. Ask your 7 past generations to bring those areas into balance for you, for the potential is there for these energies to be in your sexual centers, leading to a Kundalini awakening. Say now to the system of domination and control, I delete and reject all the algorithmic shifts in the electromagnetic energy that you have perverted, misused, and polluted out of its natural form of Earth Mother's natural life force energy. I reject all the perverted energy flows that affects the natural energy flow of my chakras. Now tell your fetus how it begins with your own heart self and how we hold the mantle of responsibility to pass the great teachings on to our children and grandchildren, how we stand lovingly on the shoulders of our ancestors. Tell your story to your fetus. Tell the stories of the great whale nation who sing their songs to soothe earth waters and connect to our hearts, to honour our ancestors, be it the trees of the standing nation and the sky nation and the 7 directions, or our DNA and soul family lineage, or those of the very land we live on, for all are our ancestors. Ask the ancestors to help you expand your vision, reclaim your inner timeless being, craft your soul's purpose, embody the life you planned to live eons ago, forging an alignment with Source, to align you to the true north of your being, to bring you back home to you. Reach out with prayers of gratitude in this direction for all of Great Mystery and Great Spirit's beautiful gifts. Can you now, as you connect to the North Pole, Aurora Borealis, feel how much inner wisdom has been absorbed and integrated, how its fluidity is pulled through time and no time like a thread that weaves the very fabric of your being? as the fetus now. In the South Pole, the Aurora Borealis, let's connect with the cradle board of the 7 future generations. Those on the positive timeline and expression as a way to bring density of light manifestation to that I am, who's going to pass on the torch of I am to the next I am and the next fetus. You are here to shape your legacy. Here are a different set of astral cities from the North Pole. Be in your own center and recognize the inherent value in this meditation to connect to your fetus, for here our memories of light are all accessible to us, and here is where we carry our infinite blueprint of potentialities, our life force vibrant with creation and potential of expression of our original source spark. Here in Blue Road time, we call in the creative force to come into the fetus frequency, signaling to Earth Mother we want to enter the Earth incarnation grid. Allow those streams to run through you once again and consider your future generations, for we are ancestors of ourselves through DNA and soul lineage. Ask yourself what you want to leave as a legacy to the future generations of yourself. What skill sets can you craft and hone now as this fetus that will add to the greater being that is you now? What programs can you outcreate so that your future selves won't have to wade through the dross and baggage of unhealed traumas you neglected this lifetime? Here is where you can empower your future by sacredly infusing into your future incarnations your I am presence now, and imprinting protection, co-creation, and unconditional love for the 7 future generations, doing your great work in the now, so future yous can live to their fullness of expression. You are a sacred, celestial, divine feminine and masculine on your eternal journey to the stars. Claim your legacy as a galactic and universal citizen, outcreating the systems of oppression and regression and servitude without end. Here in this fetus meditation, we claim our birthright, that is this journey that we planned from our first eternal birth as a source spark, to do our great work in equal co-creation, non-competition, non-hierarchical order with Earth Mother. Lifetime after lifetime, we've gained wisdom and knowingness, memories carried in our DNA, carried in our very blood, and in this eternal moment of now, engage your multidimensional hindsight and foresight to bring forth all the learning and wisdom from all past, present, and future selves, and declare yourself a hub of interconnectivity between all that is, was, and will be. Our ancestors are us, and our offspring of this lifetime and other lifetimes, who are tuning in non-competition, equal co-creation, to add to the greater frequency of humanity's awakening, humanity's transcending, and humanity's understanding. Use this meditation and prayer to awake fully and purposely to your sovereignty at the fetus level, and choose and claim the scale and size at which you do your great work, so you may dream that great dream of peace. Aho. Thank you, everybody. And thank you also to Andrew Bartzis, the galactic historian, whose teachings and words are woven throughout this meditation prayer. Thank you, guys. See you again soon.